Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. We got an amazing video where a man named Nicholas Bratti, has criticized VT on a Seeking Alpha article. And you know what I do when I get criticized? When my baby gets attacked, I strike like a viper. So let's go ahead and read the Seeking Alpha article by Nicholas Bratti. VT, over-diversified, bro. It's just too much diversification, market cap weighting, total world. Significant underperformance. Okay. So we see two things here. We see over-diversification, which basically implies that you're a stock picker. If you believe in efficient markets in the long run, you just might as well just buy everything because the market will determine where stocks go in the long run. And then he says significant underperformance. Relative to what? Tesla? What random thing that went up a lot? Okay, let's do this. So, he's got an analyst rating of sell. Sell it, bro. Sell your VT. Summary. Vanguard's VT ETF, often promoted as a set-and-forget investment, which it is, has historically underperformed the U.S. total stock market over long periods of time due to its heavy international allocation. Really? A global ETF, a total world ETF, underperformed one country's stock market. Shiver me timbers. Split my you-know-what and call me Caitlin, okay? This is the stupidest bullet I've ever seen in my entire life. If you buy a total world index, which includes the U.S., you're always going to underperform some country's stock market. Guaranteed. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's just the nature of investing, okay? You could have been all U.S. stocks and you could have underperformed another stock market somewhere across the globe. That's fine. It doesn't matter, okay? Long run, it doesn't matter. But great comment there. Okay, so, at some point in history, VT has underperformed U.S. stocks. So that means going into the future, the same thing's going to happen, right? VT offers global diversification. It does. That includes the United States. But tax implications and the cyclical nature of international U.S. stock performance should be considered when deciding on an investment strategy. Look at the duality of this comment right here. Okay, these two bullets. VT has underperformed U.S. stocks, okay, because of international allocation. And then he says the cyclical nature of international U.S. stock performance. If U.S. stocks have done better recently and you believe they're cyclical, wouldn't you go all in international stocks? That would be the logical thing to do if you're a market timer, which I'm not. But okay, U.S.-based companies can have substantial international exposure, and international companies can have U.S. exposure. But worthless point, completely worthless point. So it's essential to assess when they conduct global business when evaluating portfolio choices. Okay, look, either you believe in efficient markets or you don't. Either you believe in the long run, the active participants in the market will correctly get stock prices correct in the long run. You should probably consider buying a total world index. If you believe you can pick stocks and you know how to time stocks and buy undervalued stocks when they're undervalued and overvalued when they're overvalued, okay, maybe that's a different story. Then you do whatever you freaking want. But if you are a normal person working a normal job and you don't know which is going to outperform or what the future holds, buy VT. Simple as that, okay? Let's keep going. Here's a blurry picture of a ship, and somehow there's the world, the globe is in the water. Thesis. Let's hear this. PhD level Harvard thesis. VT is touted as a perfect set and forget it investment. It is. There's even an entire subreddit of bogleheads dedicated to this passive income philosophy, VT and chill. See, but I thought if you bought international stocks, you were a fake boglehead. Interesting. While the fund and underlying index have a positive return and efficient investment vehicle, I believe its allocation to international stock is too heavy, causing significant long-term underperformance. It's the perfect weighting. How VT works is they take the total investable market. I mean, obviously go read the prospectus. This is my understanding of how VT works. They look at the total investable market, and they basically say, okay, the largest companies will get the largest allocation. The smallest companies, on a global perspective, will get the smallest allocation. So big companies get weighted heavier in VT. Smaller companies get weighted much smaller in VT. And you buy the whole world. It's as simple as that, okay? Now, when you're looking at the global market cap, investable market cap is, I guess, 60-40, because that's what VT is. It's not too heavy or too light. It's the perfect market cap in perfect alignment with the philosophy of not knowing how to pick stocks. That's the point of an index. You're saying you don't know how to pick stocks. okay? But then you're picking stocks by only buying U.S. stocks, bro. I don't get it. This makes no sense. But yeah, bogleheads, VT and chill, fake bogleheads. Okay, so he talks about where it's offered, Vanguard, blah, 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 blah. Expense ratio, we all know that, 10,000 holdings. VT is the ultimate buy the haystack ETF. That's true. That is the philosophy. You buy the haystack because you don't know how to pick winners. Why are you picking winners by only buying U.S. stocks, bro? If you believe you cannot pick winners. If you believe you don't know where the world's going to be in 2060, I mean, I think it'll be more prosperous. That's my guess. I could be wrong. If you don't know where the world's going to be in 2050 or 2060, you should probably consider buying VT because you don't know how to pick stocks. And most people don't. And that's okay. You have other things to do. So yes, VT is the true haystack. Okay? Not a part of the haystack. So then he pulls up the holdings. We know what VT's holdings are. Oh, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, perfectly weighted according to their global market cap weights. Since its inception, VT has a total return of 154.5%. That's a pretty decent return, okay? Has it underperformed something? Absolutely. There's always going to be something that underperforms something. But if you had bought VT, you would have literally got 154% for doing nothing. For sitting on your thumb, right up your butt. Nothing. Absolutely nothing, okay? That is a decent return for doing nothing. In the last 10 years, VT has a total return of 53%. Versus 121 compared to the Vanguard. Yes, there are, at least historically, there has been cyclical outperformance by one asset class or the other. The most useless thing you can do is just, you guys really think it's this easy? Oh, what went up a lot? Oh, VTI went up more. And U.S. stocks went up more, so therefore I'm going to buy them. You think it's that easy? Whatever. The underperformance is attributed to VT being split. Yes, 100% correct. Why I can't VT and chill? Because you're just such a genius, bro. So first he talks about the foreign tax credit, which is true. If less than 50% of the ETF's holdings are in international stocks, you don't get the foreign tax credit. Because when you invest in global companies, they're paying dividends or whatever, and the foreign countries are taxing however they tax the investments. You, as the investor, basically you're incurring those taxes by being an owner of those securities. Now, in the U.S. code, they allow you to claim a foreign tax credit as long as you meet the qualifications. And one of the qualifications is that 50% of the value of the ETF needs to be international. So right now, because VT is 60-40, you don't get the foreign tax credit. What are my thoughts on this? Number one, I'm only trying to max my tax advantage accounts. So I don't care. The foreign tax credit is absolutely irrelevant to me. I don't care, okay? And even if I had taxable investments in VT, which I have some, obviously, it doesn't bother me at all because by buying VT, you are guaranteeing yourself that you're not going to do something stupid. If you buy two different ETFs, you're going to be tempted and you probably will reallocate. You're going to do it, okay? And when you reallocate, you're probably going to screw it up and do it at the wrong time. By buying VT and paying a little bit more taxes, not getting the foreign tax credit, you're preventing yourself from making one behavioral mistake that can annihilate you. And one mistake will annihilate you. Look at Jeremy LaFufu and Tattooed Chef, even though he got bailed out by YouTube and Patreon, okay? One mistake will annihilate you. By buying VT, you can't screw it up. You just have VT, okay? All right, so he talks about the foreign tax credit a little bit more, and then he does back testing. Oh, what went up more? Oh, buy that. Now, he had a funny thing in here where he did the cyclical performance of U.S. and international stocks. So historically, U.S. stocks do good, then international stocks do better, then U.S. stocks pro do better, then international stocks do better. It's a clear trend, okay? Now, if you were a market timer, if you were trying to time the market and you saw this, would you buy U.S. stocks, bro? Or would you buy international stocks? You would buy international stocks because you're timing the market, okay? U.S. has done well. See in the far right in the gray? U.S. has done well in the last 12.3 years. But if you think this is cyclical, you would go all in international stocks. That would be the logical conclusion. But that's not this guy's conclusion. This guy's conclusion, I don't even know what his freaking conclusion is. Want to sit in his thumb? Now, if you're not a market timer and you don't think past performance indicates future performance, You buy the globe because you don't know. Maybe US does keep outperforming. Maybe it doesn't. You don't know. Okay? That's the point. Does this make sense, people? This is not hard. But you know what? US stocks, bro, they went up a lot. Oh, God. Let's see. Forward-looking sentiment. All in all, while I like the idea of set it and forget it ETF, I don't believe VT is it. Oh, it's VTI, bro, because they went up a lot. It's significant historical underperformance to the total U.S. stock market. This makes no sense. Okay, he shows you the international versus U.S. up here. And then he says, what, it underperforms U.S. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, VT has only been around since right here. Okay? Since about right here, I think. So you wouldn't have seen everything that happened back here. It doesn't show up. It basically, if VT started right here, you basically just saw U.S. stocks, bro, crush it. And then that's going to twist your beliefs. But if you look historically, and this is what the stuff you believe, yeah, okay, international does pretty well in sometimes. But whatever. The double taxation, when we consider, can I just buy VTI? And then you'll be tempted to reallocate, okay? You'll be tempted to reallocate. That's more dangerous than paying a little bit more taxes. It's worth noting that the location of large market does not necessarily indicate their international exposure. Numerous U.S.-based companies have substantial global operations and sales with ultimate generate revenues and market caps. I think that's a misunderstanding with VT. It's not explicitly trying to be a perfect U.S. international balance fund. Rather, it's simply normalized and indexed by the global market cap of pretty much every company on Earth. Oh my God, yes, that's right. Because efficient markets. And with that, you get whatever U.S. international domains these companies are exposed to. Okay. Overall, I personally prefer S&P 500 funds for their time-tested returns. It went up a lot, bro. It went up. This guy's a clown. Okay, this hurts my head reading this. How much did he get paid? He probably got paid like $20,000 for this article. I should write on Seeking Alpha. I might submit something to Seeking Alpha. I should. Maybe I'll get like $50 or something. Because this is just ludicrous. Okay, this is stupid. So that's my thoughts. Either you think you can pick stocks or you don't. If you think you're a stock picking guru, buy VOO. And of course he buys the S&P 500 because that's done slightly better than VTI as well. So he just bought the thing that did the best recently. He probably has some Shada in there too. I wouldn't be surprised. But if you don't think you can pick stocks, which I think most of you probably can't, you should consider VT. But at the end of the day, it's your choice. You know, I'm not going to get mad if you don't buy VXUS. But this is a garbage article. This make nothing here. There's so much contradiction in here. It makes no sense. All right, guys. Cheers.